As a coach, Etsy seller, content creator, and marketer, one of the things that I get told all the time is that it's easy for you to grow, Nancy, your brand because you have a large following. And yes, that is true. I do have a large following here on YouTube, as well as different platforms, my email marketing, etc. However, the intention of this video is to remind you that I also started with 0 followers. I also started with 0 sales. I also started with 0 reviews. We all start with 0. And the point of this video is because I wanted to create a video that's raw, authentic. I didn't want to create a video where I'm reading a script. I wanted to create a video that I'm talking to you directly, to someone that's starting a business or maybe have started one and you're struggling and it's been months and you feel like giving up. And I'm here to say that running a business is probably one of the hardest things you could ever do, with the exception of being a parent. But it is hard. It's hard to grow a business. It's hard to grow a sustainable business where year after year you're growing and you're making consistent sales. And it does require a lot of learning, especially in the beginning if this is your first time doing this type of online business, if you've never had a business before. And with all the new changes happening, with all the new platforms, with SEO changes and algorithms and social media platforms and blogging and email marketing, it can be quite overwhelming. And it could be overwhelming to the point that you stress yourself so thin that you want to give up, that you want to give up on your dreams. But I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Don't give up. If I could do it, you could do it. I have started all over again so many times. I have failed more than I have been successful. I've been in the digital space for 13 years and I could relate to you guys. I could relate to working a full-time job and then coming home and working another 7 hours trying to figure out this online marketing, trying to figure out what's my niche, trying to figure out what is going to work for me. I have been there that I skipped parties. I don't go out on the weekends. I'm working like a mad woman. I'm gaining weight as in the process of it as well, because I'm putting everything and every waking moment to a dream that I don't know if it's going to become a reality. If you could relate to what I just said, please let me know in the comments below. This is not one of those videos that I'm going to be talking about how I made XY amount of money within last month or the last year. This is going to be a video where I'm going to show you my worst moments from video, content creation, social media posting, because I want you to see that even someone like myself, maybe you want to be in my shoes, maybe you want to be in someone else's is a lot higher than I am, but we all start with 0 followers. Our first video, our first Etsy listing, our first blog listing, our first social media listing, it is the worst. And even till this day, I'm still a work in progress. I know next year I will look at this video or videos that I've done this year and be like, I could have done better. I could have fixed this, I could have fixed that. And that's pretty normal. But as long as you are improving every year, as long as your business is growing every year, as long as you're opening yourself to learning, adapting to new changes, understanding that what worked 5 years ago doesn't work today, you will grow a successful business. So in today's video, I'm going to show you some of my first works to inspire you. And I also wanted to let you know that building a business that is profitable can take up to 24 months. So it's not realistic for you to think that you could start an Etsy business and in 3 months be successful to the point that you could potentially quit your full-time job and make Etsy a full-time job. Does it happen for a few? Of course. But what people don't look at is that those few that it does happen, they have had a lot of other trials and errors throughout their years, and this was their breaking year. And they made it finally. That they have a lot of experience when it comes to marketing, a lot of experience when it comes to growing a brand, a lot of experience when it comes to doing e-commerce, versus someone that's starting from scratch right now. You've never had a business before. You've never used social media for business. It's going to be a little bit more harder. And it is normal. It is normal to feel overwhelmed. It is normal to have fear. It's normal to have doubt. But don't let those things stop you from achieving your dreams. So if you could relate to anything I'm talking about, make sure to leave a comment below. And if this is your first time visiting the channel, don't forget to show me some love by liking this video, commenting, and subscribing to the channel for weekly videos. So let me take you to my computer. Let's dive in and let me show you some of my worst work. And please don't laugh too hard. So let's get started. All right, so here we are on my YouTube channel. And this is one of the first videos that I recorded of myself speaking to the camera. Now, keep in mind, because I am an introvert, the first year and a half, 90% of my videos were all screen share. I didn't like recording myself talking in camera. I don't like the way I sound. I don't like my accent. I don't like the way I look, and pretty much everything in between. And another thing that I did wrong in this video is that, as you can see, there's a black box around the video. That's because I didn't record it the proper size for YouTube. So video editing, I've gotten better at it, but back then it was really, really bad. This is from February 6, 2018. In addition to that, I decided to do a video on the floor by my bed. I was about 7 months pregnant here because it was just more comfortable. The lighting was horrible. But as you can see, I started, right? Baby steps, but it was hideous. And I do cringe just watching it. Even seeing how I started this video, seller. I belong to a lot of forums online on Facebook and other forums. And the common thing I come across is a lot of new Etsy sellers are struggling. And they're saying, I'm not making money on Etsy. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I did everything I was supposed to do. Or, and I'm not making any money. That's the main concern. So as you can see there, I don't have a script. So I'm just, for the most part, having a script will make your videos more professional. You're not going to ramble as much as I am right now because I don't have a script. So that was another mistake I made, but I wanted to show you how bad my videos were then. Even the thumbnails weren't that great, as you can see right here. I didn't really show my face in none of the thumbnails for a very long time. And these were just updated about a year ago. But for a very long time, I was behind the scenes. I used to put pictures of other people in my thumbnails. I never really showed up and show my audience who I was. And all of these, I do have a picture of me now. I have updated, but everything else was pretty much a screen share. And that's how I started because of being an introvert. Now I'm going to jump back to my blog. And this is a blog that I started in 2013. It's my Nancy Badillo blog. I used to use it back in the day for digital marketing. Now it's more for Etsy tips, small business tips, how to make money online, and much more. So make sure to check it out. But this is just to kind of show you. This is like one of the first articles I wrote. The one before that was from a big blogger. His name is Zach Johnson. He wrote this article, so I'm not going to click on that one because he did it properly. But I'm going to show you one that I created. This is an interview series that I did. I did about, I want to say like 50 interview series where I interview top bloggers in the industry. And one of the things I did was his photo's not showing up now. I don't know why. Maybe I had to go back and check that. But you could tell that some of the text here is bigger than these. Like this text is smaller. This one's a little bit bigger. I didn't optimize this correctly for SEO. I don't have headings like I should, like heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. I didn't do no SEO. So it could have ranked higher, right? And I could have gotten some shares, but I didn't. And this is just how it starts, right? Your first blog article, your first YouTube video, it is going to be the worst. It is going to be, when you look at it a year later, a couple months later, you're going to look at it and be like, oh my God, there's so much work that I could have done. But I wanted to show you guys that we all start and it's a work in progress. And the more you work, the better you will get at it. This is one of my old Etsy listings, one of the first few ones that I uploaded. And this mock-up is hideous. I don't know what I did with the mock-up. It looks very, very skinny. I believe this particular sign was like an 8x10. And this is when I didn't really know how to create any type of digital product. So I was doing, I would do a quote or a lyric or a movie quote using Word document. I would type it in, save it as a PDF, and then upload it to Etsy. But as you can see, the mock-up is hideous because of the fact that I didn't size it correctly. I don't know what I did to stretch out this mock-up and made it so thin to a point that it doesn't look like a proper sizing. In addition to that, I didn't take the time to add additional photos. I was doing a lot of keyword stuffing. I wasn't writing an engaging description. I've made mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. So just wanted to show you a preview of an old listing that's deactivated at this moment, obviously, that I don't use anymore, but that was really, really hideous or looks really hideous. And in addition to that, I was trying to go back to my postings from back in the day. Unfortunately, when I do it from a computer, it doesn't let me do that. But I was able to get a screenshot of my first few postings here. And I wanted to show you guys my first few postings. And as you can see here, it was a little mix of everything on my Instagram. I have pictures of New York. This is when I went to the summit and I took pictures of New York. And then I have a picture here, parking for Puerto Ricans only. I saw that on the sign. I'm Puerto Rican. I thought it was kind of funny. And then I have my press affiliate. Perfect. This is a good picture, right? Because it's related to my business. Then I have a picture of the summit. This is when I went to Philadelphia. Then this was when I had dinner with my husband. I don't know why I put that in there. Then I have pictures with Zach Johnson, with John Show, big time bloggers. I was actually part of the press. So I have pictures of that. And when you go back to these old posts, if you actually click on the actual picture, I wasn't using any hashtags. I wasn't writing a good caption like I should have to attract the right audience. It's just really, really bad. I was mixing my personal with my business. And then it's okay to show a little bit of who you are and the things that you do, but there's a place for them and they're called Instagram stories. And once in a while, yes, I do put a picture of my son because I think he's worth it to put it in my feed. But I just wanted to show you that even someone like myself that you might look at right now and be like, oh, okay, she does really, really well. I started, not as great as you might think. And I did a lot of mistakes and I'm still learning. It's a learning process that we all go through. So you are not alone. And just wanted to show you these cringe moments so you guys could learn from me, so you guys could stay motivated, and hopefully this will keep you pushing through. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that me sharing my past work has inspired you to continue working hard and striving after your dreams. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned on this video, leave them below. I'll make sure to answer them. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.